One of the things I discovered when I read different biographies of great men and women of God in the past is that many of them developed a rule of life, as we might call it, where they perhaps had, I don't know, half a dozen or 10 questions that they wrote down to, from time to time, ask themselves these questions. And over the years, I've gleaned some ideas from many different great men and women of God, most of whom are no longer with us, but some who've mentored me, have been spiritual mothers and fathers in my life. And so I've developed my own list that from time to time I will ask. I'll review it every year. And every year in January, I take time to review my life and how that's going. And I might change some of the questions. But just for example, I won't remember all of them off the top of my head, but Martin Luther once said he liked to allow his thoughts to go for a walk with the Holy Spirit. And so I asked myself, am I allowing my thoughts to go for a walk with the Holy Spirit? I found that a really helpful question. Another question I'll ask is, does God find it easy to work with me? Am I like soft clay that he can put his hands like on a potter's wheel and shape me and adjust me and speak to me and lead me and direct me? Am I easy for him to work with, or am I brittle, hard, soft, full of air pockets? Has he got his work cut out to get through to me and adjust me, etc.? Have I given God my attention and my time? Now, they sound like the same thing, but they're not. You can give God your time by perhaps praying, reading the Bible, doing some particularly focused activity where you're not doing anything else, you're doing an activity. But to give God your attention is to live with an awareness of his presence throughout the day, whatever you're doing. And so I like to just try and ask myself, am I attentive to God as well as giving him my time? Simple questions like that. I mean, there are many others that I write down and review. And I think it's helpful for us to have like a spiritual health check that we give our time to just reviewing every now and again, not as a legalistic question and answer, but just a touch point where we can think, have I shifted in that? Am I still delighting in God, or have I become a bit discouraged? Things like that.